My dear friend, have you ever felt the silent pang of being lost in the vastness of this world? A single soul adrift among millions, your heart a fragile vessel battered by storms you never saw coming? Have you ever stood in the quiet wreckage of your life, staring at the shards of what once was, the hopes you've let slip away, the wounds you've cloaked in shadow, the pieces of yourself you've hidden from the light, and wondered if anyone could truly see you, know you, love you, amid the chaos of humanity's endless tide? There is a love that sees you, a love that sweeps across the expanse of time and space to find you, a love that gazes upon every weary, wandering heart with a tenderness so deep it could heal the fractures of 1,000 broken souls. This is the love of Jesus, a love that doesn't merely glance at humanity's surface, but pierces through its deepest sorrows, its heaviest burdens, its quietest cries, embracing each of us with a devotion that defies comprehension. A love that says to every man, woman, and child, I see you, and I am here. This love isn't a distant echo, friend. It's a force that plunges into the marrow of humanity, diving beneath the masks we wear, the walls we build, the stories we tell to shield our fragility. Jesus doesn't see us as a faceless crowd, a blur of fleeting lives. He sees each soul with a clarity that strips away pretense, that finds the aching, beating heart beneath. He sees the sinner wrestling with guilt, the saint faltering in faith, the child trembling in uncertainty, the elder gazing back on years of regret. He sees the wars we've waged within ourselves and against each other, the pride that divides us, the greed that blinds us, the despair that isolates us. Yet where we see only chaos, he sees redemption. Where we see division, he sees unity. Where we see endings, he sees the promise of renewal. His gaze doesn't pause at humanity's brokenness. It reaches beyond to the beauty he dreamed for us before the world began, a beauty he's weaving anew from the tangled threads of our collective story. This isn't a love that skims the surface, friend. It's a love that dives into the depths, past the polished exterior you show the world, past the words you say to keep others at bay, down to the raw, unfiltered truth of who you are. Jesus doesn't just see the you that you wish you could be, the version you strive for in fleeting moments of strength. He sees the you that falters, the you that doubts, the you that breaks under pressure and wonders if you'll ever be whole again. He sees the child within you, longing for acceptance, the warrior within you, weary from battles fought alone, the dreamer within you, afraid to hope after so many disappointments. And in every fractured piece, he finds something precious, something worth loving, something worth redeeming. His gaze doesn't stop at your brokenness. It sees beyond it, to the beauty he's always known you could become, the beauty he's weaving from the threads of your life, even now. There's a moment etched in the Gospels that paints this love in vivid strokes. A woman caught in the grip of shame, dragged before a crowd, her brokenness exposed for all to judge and scorn. They saw her sin, her failure, her worthlessness, their stones poised to strike. But Jesus, he looked at her, not with the icy stare of accusation, not with the detachment of a bystander, but with a gaze that silenced the clatter of judgment, a gaze that reached down into the dust where she knelt and lifted her with words that echoed grace. Neither do I condemn you. That's the love that sees you, my friend. The love that stoops low to meet you in your deepest shame, that kneels beside you in the dirt of your lowest moments, that looks past the labels others pin on you and sees the soul beneath, radiant and redeemable. He doesn't just see your brokenness as a flaw to fix. He sees through it, to the you he knit together in secret, the you he died to reclaim, the you he yearns to draw near with a closeness that defies words. And here's the miracle that might crack your heart wide open, letting light spill into its shadowed places. His gaze doesn't just see you, it transforms you. When you let those eyes rest on you, when you dare to lift your own and meet them in the quiet, something stirs, something shifts. The shame you've carried like a cloak begins to slip from your shoulders. The shadows you've lived beneath start to thin and fade. The pieces you thought were too shattered to mend begin to fit together in the gentle cradle of his hands. His love doesn't demand you piece yourself back together first. It meets you right where you stand, broken and bruised and weary, and says, Let me heal the hurts that keep you awake. Let me carry the weights that bend your back. Let me love you back to life, step by step, breath by breath. Because in his eyes, you're not defined by your cracks, your stumbles, your scars. You're defined by his grace, by the way he sees you as whole, as worthy, as infinitely his own. So pause here, my friend. Pause in the stillness and feel his gaze upon you. It's not a fleeting glance. It's a steady, eternal look that knows your every ache, your every hope, your every tear. Jesus sees you, not the mask you wear, not the story you tell yourself, but the real you, the one beneath the rubble of life's battles. And he loves you there, in that raw, unpolished place, with a love that doesn't waver, doesn't fade, doesn't turn away. He saw you before you knew him, saw you when you ran from him, saw you when you couldn't see yourself. And he stayed through every stumble, every doubt, every moment you thought you'd lost your way. His eyes fixed on you, his heart calling you home. But let me take you deeper, friend. Let me lead you to the moments when his gaze found others, moments that mirror his love for you. Think of the man by the pool of Bethesda, crippled for decades, unseen by the throngs who stepped over him, until Jesus looked at him, saw his years of waiting, and said, Rise, take up your bed, and walk. Think of the thief on the cross beside him, a life squandered in rebellion, yet in his final breaths, Jesus turned his eyes to him, saw his plea for mercy, and promised, Today you will be with me in paradise. Think of Mary Magdalene shrouded in grief at the empty tomb, unseen by the world, until Jesus spoke her name, his gaze lifting her from despair to wonder. That's the love that sees you too, not just in your triumphs, but in your failures, not just in your strength, but in your weakness, not just in your light, but in your darkest hours when you feel most alone. So rest in this, my friend. Rest in the truth that you are seen, not just noticed, but known, cherished, held by a gaze that never shifts away. Jesus saw you before you took your first breath, saw you through every storm that's battered your soul, saw you in every quiet corner where you've hidden your tears. And he stays, his eyes on you, his heart open to you, his love surrounding you like a refuge no chaos can breach. This is the love that sees you, a love that looks beyond your brokenness to the beauty you can't yet see, a love that holds you when you can't hold yourself, a love that promises you're never too far gone, never too lost, never too much for him to embrace. Let it sink into your bones like warmth after a cold night. Let it wrap around your heart like a song you've always known. Let it be the truth that carries you through every valley, every shadow, every doubt. You are seen, my friend. Seen by the one who left heaven's throne to find you, who bore a cross to free you, who rose from death to claim you. His gaze is your anchor, your light, your home. A love that sees you beyond your brokenness and calls you beloved, calls you his. If this love, this tender gaze of Jesus stirs something deep within you, if it lights a spark of hope in your weary soul or soothes a wound you've carried too long, please hit like and subscribe. Let's share this seeing, healing love with every heart out there, every soul longing to be seen and loved beyond their brokenness, just as you are.